Good day everyone. We are going to implement C programming to the solution of the famous dining philosopher's problem. Now, the dining philosopher problem states that there are 5 philosophers which do two things, think and eat. They share a table having a chair for each one of them. In the center of the table, there is a bowl of rice and the table is laid with 5 single chopsticks. Now, when a philosopher thinks, he does not interact with others. When he gets hungry, he tries to pick up the 2 chopsticks that are near to him. For example, philosopher 1 will try to pick chopsticks 1 and 2, but the philosopher can pick up only 1 chopstick at a time. He cannot take a chopstick that is already in the hands of his neighbor. The philosopher starts to eat when he has both his chopsticks in his hands. After eating, the philosopher puts down both the chopsticks and starts to think again. Now, this is the C code that we will be using in the solution for the diner's philosopher's problem. Now, represent each chopstick with a semaphore. Each philosopher first picks up the left chopstick and then the right chopsticks using the weight operation. Each semaphore. After eating, he puts down the chopsticks by using the signal operation on each chopsticks. Now, this is the code. Next is this line is used to declare 5 semaphore variable, 1 for each of the 5 chopsticks. Next, 2 are the prototypes for functions defined below. This one and this one. These are the prototypes for the functions in main and this. Now, in the main function, there are 3 loops. As you can see, there are 3 for loops. The first loop is used to initialize each semaphore variable with initial value to 1, and the second loop is used to create 5 threads which will act as the 5 philosophers, and the third loop uses p-thread join function which makes the parent program wait for each of the thread to finish. Next is the philos function. The philos function, when called by each thread, receives the same value as the thread number. For example, if thread 1 runs, the variable ph in the philos function is assigned the value n. This is done because each philosopher n before eating will pick 2 chopsticks and n plus 1 divided by 5. Next, the sum weight function is used on the left chopstick first, and if successful, the thread executes the sum weight function on the right chopstick. Now, sum weight, chopstick, and the other, these are the 2 operations that are equivalent to picking the left chopstick and the right chopstick. If both these operations are successful, this means that the philosopher is able to pick both the chopsticks and hence will start to eat by calling the eat function. After eating, both the chopsticks are released by using the sempose function. Now, using the Ubuntu terminal, we will run the C code. We will first go to the directory of the desktop. Next, after entering the directory of the desktop, we will using the touch command. After we have used the touch command, we will use this command to run the C code. Now we have created this file, a.out. We will use that. Now this is the resulting This is the result or the output of the C code, wherein philosopher 0 wants to eat, so he tries to pick up the left chopstick, and now he picks up the left chopstick, and now he tries to pick up the right chopstick, and when he picks up both the left and the right chopsticks, he begins to eat. Now after eating, next is the philosopher 1, and the flow goes on until all of the philosophers have eaten. And that's for the diner philosopher's problem solution for the performance and output task in the operating system subject. Thank you.